Something really important to say to you, and we're going to say it in a really blunt way.
Yeah, please.
Anytime you feel strong, chronic, negative emotion about something, you are nurturing a flawed premise, an untruth, a big lie. And what we mean by that is your inner being knows you and understands you and really likes you and is very happy with the unfolding of you. But when you, for whatever reason, have decided to take score in a way that you are not pleased with your progress, you get crossways of the truth of who you are. And so isn't it interesting? The very thing that is bugging you is the thing you're doing that's bugging you.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So I'm trying to get myself to stop it.
Well, we've never been able to get anybody to stop anything, because the law of attraction doesn't work that way. When we say stop it, you do more of the it we're trying to get you to stop. It's just the way the law of attraction works. So it's about starting something else, or it's about doing something else.
And I do that, yeah.
We have some questions for you, all right with you?
Yeah.
What do you think it is that makes you so acutely sensitive or evaluating of where you stand? What causes that trend? Not what caused it. Why are you still perpetuating it? Because you could have somebody picky in your life being critical of you and da-da-da-da-da-da, but unless you keep renewing that, it doesn't keep happening. So what do you think it is that causes you to continue to renew the trend of not enoughness, haven't figured it out yet?
Yeah, I think I'm trying to fix things that shouldn't be fixed. And
like what?
Just old thought processes, and trying to move on from the past and try to...
But hear this. This is such a good way to begin this conversation. Moving on from the past must let go of the past. We see it saying, I'm going to move on from the past. I want to get past that. And so it has to be a different mindset. Moving toward what? Not moving from what? You're hitting on the most important conversation that we ever have in any setting like this, and that is the thing that prevents people from experiencing the wholeness of their desires and of who they are and what they want is their awareness of what is. You might say what has been, but it's not what has been that's tripping you up. It's what is, and then you're tying what is in with what has been. In other words, I'm here because of that and that and that and that and that. I feel like this because of that and that and that and that and that. But what is a buffet that has wanted and unwanted, and you have to be a really good selective sifter not to keep regurgitating the parts of what is that you want to release. And so it really is simply, it doesn't feel simple sometimes, but a matter of caring so much about the way you feel that you're unwilling to contemplate that thought any longer, because it always brings you down. Esther came to an awareness the other day. I'm going to stop talking about that person to myself, because that person, every time I get on that subject, I rip myself apart, and that person is not helped by my attention and not changing. And so some things I just have to let go. Not my job to fix, not my job to change, not my job to understand. Just let it go, because it's messing with my now, and it's messing with my what's coming up next. It's messing with me. How do I know that? It feels horrible every time I think about it. Now you could say, well, but isn't everybody deserving of love? Yeah, but let them get it from somebody else. Let them get it from their source energy. Let them get it from their own inner being. Why should I, Esther finally figured out, why should I deprive myself of my source energy? Why I try to help somebody who's deprived themselves of their own source energy for their whole life? And now I'm going to sacrifice my source energy while I try to focus on this one who's disconnected from their source energy? So after a while, you find yourself not being selfish in the sense that you don't care, but selfish in the sense that you do care. Because if you're not selfish enough to tune yourself to your own source